Hola, stallions. ¿Cómo están? Great to see you. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, or buenas noches, whatever time of day you happen to be watching this. We're going to go through the blue and white, our current blue and white, which is 152, 152, from Capítulo 3A. And we've done a lot of talking about the preterite already, the orange family, the pink eye, and the blue jay. But now I'm going to focus just on vocabulary for your pronunciation practicing purposes. El banco, el centro, el consultorio. Now, consultorio could be doctor or dentist. So the way you would differentiate is you'd say el consultorio del dentista or el consultorio del doctor, something like that. La estación de servicio is a service station, which is a gas station. A lot of people aren't aware of what that really means, but that just means gas station. They're putting it in the plural as well, just to remind you that when you make the ion words plural, the accent disappears. All ion words are feminine, just a quick reminder. La farmacia, la farmacia. No accent on that I, so we pronounce it la farmacia. Really stressing that A. El supermercado, el supermercado. A lot of times people just call it a mercado. Moving on to el buzón, los buzones, mailbox. When the word goes plural, the accent disappears. Se desaparece el acento. La carta, echar una carta. Now, echar is a misleading word, according to this blue and white. Echar does not mean to mail, okay? The verb to mail is a couple down. Do you see enviar right here, enviar? That is how we say to send or to mail. But echar simply means to insert. Like if I'm going to echar my hand inside the drawer and reach in and grab a knife or a spoon or fork, that's what I'm going to do. If I'm going to echar my hand inside of my backpack and grab my notebook out, that's what I'm going to do. So echar means to insert. Okay, I can echar a letter into the mailbox. That's why they're calling it mailing. El correo, enviar, think of that envelope. We mail envelopes. El sello stamp, la tarjeta. We already saw that word earlier in the school year. El equipo deportivo. Now, this is confusing. They don't do a good job on the blue and white right here. To say a sports equipment store, you really want to say la tienda del equipo deportivo. La tienda del. You need to add la tienda at the beginning. And then random, el palo de golf, los patines, la pelota, la raqueta de tenis. And then we move on to pharmacy products, el cepillo de dientes, el champú, el jabón, la pasta dental. Some people will call it la pasta de dientes. Different ways to say it, depending on where you are in the Spanish-speaking world. Se me olvidó is really, it forgot to come with me. It's where you're blaming the item. I didn't forget my keys. It has to be something singular. I didn't forget my wallet. It forgot to come with me. You're kind of blaming the item for forgetting. That's why it's in the he, she form. It's an expression, a set expression. Se me olvidó. If you had forgotten your keys, you could have said, se me olvidaron las llaves. Se me olvidaron mis llaves is another way to do that. Top of the second column of the blue and white. Cerrar, to close, as in closing a door, a bank closing its doors, a store closing its doors, a restaurant, or simply you closing your window, your door, your book, your eyes, whatever. Cobrar un cheque, cash a check. Cuidar a, to take care of. That personal a is there because you're going to be taking care of a person, like babysitting them. El dentista, la dentista. Devolver is the verb to return something back to its original spot, to put something back away. La gasolina, ir a pie, is a synonym for caminar or andar, as we've been talking about andar lately. Llenar el tanque, fill the tank. El médico, la médica. El doctor, la doctora could also be words for doctor. Sacar un libro, to take out or check out a book. Se abre, that's what we use when we're saying like a business opens at a certain time. El supermercado se abre a las 8. El supermercado se cierra a las 7 because of the new hours with everything closing earlier and opening later. So that's for an establishment. I don't have time to go over the last section with you, stallions. You can read that on your own. And then please consult your preterite chart for lots of preterite practice. See you next time. Ciao. Adios, stallions. Cuídense.